Hello. Good morning. It's me. It's us. We are here in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. It is that time of the year again. It's not a time of the year. It is just another day here. At Spark FM in the morning. It's a new week. And we're, it's going to be a week.
I think everybody's discombobulated because what is this weather? What is happening now again?
Where are we? It's Monday. It's raining, but it's not. But it's cold, but it's hot.
Listen.
Yeah.
It's a drowsy type of day.
Yeah. It's a stay in your house.
Yeah, definitely.
Stay in your house and figure out what is going on in your life.
With your life.
But today is Monday. It is June 9th. It is an evening, and we're gonna have a good time. We got a lot of things planned out for this week. A lot of things happening. Is that my cup?
Get away.
Okay. We have one of our favoriteest interns ever in the land back with us this summer after she has graduated.
Yes.
Yep, headphones up. You know the drill. We got Leah back in here, freshly graduated, freshly back in the building to help us get this morning show on the road and help us do what we got to do. Quick check-in, because I'm tired of saying words that I don't know.
Monday is definitely Monday.
Yeah. Everybody's discombobulated. I mean, I guess I'll start like just today, waking up, got up, and I got up early, so I don't understand how I got so late. The child missed the bus. I don't know. I almost lost the dog. My mom was calling. My aunt was calling for my mom. Everything was just happening all at once, and everybody was just very confused. But we're here. Great weekend. So let's just do a check-in. Miss Tony, how you doing, honey?
I'm doing good. I'm a little headachy this morning, though, and I'm not quite sure what that's about. Maybe my lack of food eating yesterday, but I was coming up yesterday.
I know what it is. It's a lack
of lack of protein in my life.
Yes. Inside of your life.
Giggity. Anyway, my weekend was fairly well, very low key. Friday night we had family time at Walmart, which is always nice.
That is a thing, huh?
Yeah,
that is.
We do that.
Let's go to Walmart. Okay.
Family time at Walmart. Saturday was a really, really nice day. I was able to attend the graduation for the Holland Tech School in Dorchester, formerly the Jeremiah Burke, and my sister gave the commencement speech, which was really, really cool to see.
Drop a bomb for that.
Drop a bomb for Hot Sauce giving commencement speeches and stuff.
AKA the Burke, Jeremiah E. Burke School.
No, it's the Holland Tech. I said formerly Jeremiah Burke. And that was really, really nice. And it turns out that I knew a few kids, well, one child that graduated from there. So shout out this baby that we've watched on social media grow up, Jocelyn. Shane's daughter graduated from there. Didn't even realize it. I was like, I don't know one child at this school. And then I did know one child at the school.
The Fresh Start crew, AKA the Elaines, they had 2 of their babies graduate from there yesterday.
Really?
They was the ones who made the most noise on that side.
I know who you're talking about.
Yep.
I know who you're talking about because I was like, they all of them came.
Yeah, the whole family. It was like 25 of them.
That was cool. It was really, really nice. And I stayed for the most of the graduation, which was really interesting to see. That was a big graduating class that they had there.
Shout out to them.
And then Saturday evening, my son, there was a concert at his school, and my son sang his little heart out.
He sang his heart. He clapped. He sang. He waved at us when he should have been singing.
Yes,
all kinds of stuff.
Yawned and all kinds of things. And so the family came out for that. Big thank you to my family for supporting him in that. He was very, very excited. And shout out to his auntie who made sure that he looked super fresh.
Does he like to perform?
Yes.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Which is why I don't understand.
Read, do tricks. Look at this.
Look what
Annie,
I can do.
Annie, look at my thing. Look at I made this. Come see my video.
Yes.
All the things.
Yeah, because that's his thing now. He's making his own movies with
Who
his
the hell is he?
iPad.
Tyler Fresh? Tyler Fresh. Tyler Perry?
Tyler Perry. Making his own movies on his iPad, and they are, very interesting. So maybe we'll get into that. But so this is his last week of school. Pray for me. And I was very sick over the weekend, but I'm feeling a lot better now. And yesterday we hung out. We attended the Camo Kitties band launch, which was really the cutest thing I've been to in this year. And so that was really, really nice. Those costumes are really nice. Oh, the registration is open. Kitties Carnival is August. Kitties Carnival is August
16th.
August 16th. Make sure that you register. There's going to be a few bands, and the Jamboree is coming up this Sunday,
Which is going to be Father's Day at the Shattuck.
Yep, at the
Franklin Park.
Shattuck, and the bands will be out there for you to preview them as well. So
And I just wanted to stop there. Kitties Carnival and Kitties band launchings. It might not be the adult band launchings. It does Kitties band launchings, but we need the community to come out and support these kids and support these bands that are out here doing something for the culture. A lot of them are not participating in the adult one because of what is going on, and they've made a stand. But we know that we have to nurture the culture, nurture the babies that are growing up in this. So they are really putting their efforts towards the kiddies bands. So all of those people that are out here, Pastor Carnival, Boss Carnival, blah, blah, blah. Come support the kids. Come support the band launches. They always turn into some little adult type of something at some point. They always have adult activities and beverages and stuff. Bring your children outside. Spend some time with them. Introduce them to the culture. Get them ready for Carnival. And come outside for the children.
Yes.
Let me make a status
Like
about
that.
that.
Like that.
You know what? I'm tired of y'all doing things for the culture only when it's convenient. The culture is every day.
tell us about your weekend, Triz, because you had a very, very
Well, no,
good
what do you
weekend.
mean? No, I was working all weekend.
But you were
at
in
the
the
things.
vicinities of all of the big things.
Yeah.
We're talking about the big bad Zouave. Did you go to that?
Suave.
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
That's
She's like, I ain't gonna know.
shout out to my Dukes, Eunice, aka Eunice Cuisine. It was outside with it. I was there from 7 o'clock and was
Wow.
in the rain all the time.
You should have a Panoma. The way you was out there in that rain all morning.
I mean, I was under the tent, but I had a great time. Shout out to everybody that was there. Man, I don't have too many words, but
It was good.
I know that we basically had about an hour of no rain at the end. And then that's
I
when it ended.
saw that.
Was there a performer there?
Lava Man.
Yes.
Oh, Lava Man.
Lava Man and
I didn't go by the stage at
Spider-Man.
all, though. It was cold as hell and it was wet, and I'm getting old.
But the people that were out there, I saw several videos. People were posting going live, and people were posting whatever. People looked like they really, really had a nice time. I agree with you. I'm getting old, so I'm not sure if I would have willingly went out there in the rain like that. But I mean, I've partied in the rain before and had a great time.
A lot of people were comparing it to that one carnival.
Yes.
And that's what I thought about.
It was,
I think it
The
was
Hurricane
Katrina.
Carnival.
I
Yeah.
heard somebody put it was basically Luvia in the rain.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's what
Suave.
they should have turned that into Luvia in the rain.
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to the haters though, because the haters always want to talk about, like, there was a little bit of controversy that was starting because they were trying to say, oh, it's across the street from Heat Street, but we're Caribbean people, and when it's
was
rain,
that a complaint?
yeah,
Shut up.
It's at the college, but the college is across from Heath Street.
but we know how to act in the rain, we know how to act up, and we know how to have fun, and people
That's so
definitely
silly.
had fun.
What-
What, so what they thought that Heat Street was gonna come outside and stake their claim on their hood,
First of all, the people who was in the Heath Street gangs is tired.
and they wasn't coming outside in the rain to bother the naked ladies.
Why people gotta be so sour for? Boston people. Boston
people
are
are different.
so sour and gotta just talk about everything and not even at the venue. and
Because
it's weird.
if that's the weird thing, because when in SSS Blue, where everybody goes down there,
Yeah.
we're in the middle of the ghetto,
Yeah.
literally, in
Literally.
people's backyards,
Yeah.
and
And that is the time.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
No, good, and I like it too. I mean, no. That wasn't. I don't remember what the one was. Remember the first year that they had Zouave, and then they had something else over at Russell too.
Oh, they had Juve in the yard.
Yeah, and I think it was raining that day, and that was a nice time. And of course, that hurricane carnival was the best carnival that I've ever been to.
One suggestion that I will say to Red House, I think it would be nice on speaking about band launchings. I think it would be nice to probably have a couple of the bands display some of their costumes inside the venue on stage for a brief period. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's an interesting idea. At Zouave.
Oh, but you know what?
Use it as like a universal band
because
launch.
ours are If
I don't know about politics, but that was just my thing. I thought about that yesterday.
Yeah, because that's what the Jamboree used to be back in the day.
So the Jamboree will have the display of Kitty's bands.
Bands, right?
Yeah,
but he's talking about. I think Tristan's talking about regular carnival.
For the regular carnival, there are no bands.
Yeah,
there are bands, but they're mostly T-shirt bands. The only costume band is a very, very new band.
Really?
And I'm not sure. It won't let me. Yeah, and I'm not sure it is. It is ready for that type of limelight.
So what's going to happen to Worcester then?
Worcester has a couple of their Worcester is, still developing and whatever. So Worcester has a couple of their own bands there, but they've never been a big band per se. And I'm sure that the same ones that are, girl, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because I know that usually it's the same bands from here also go out to Worcester. So.
Yeah, so there have T-shirt bands.
Okay.
That's what it is. Mm-hmm. There are T-shirt bands that are still on the road. There are no costume bands for that.
And, wow. I also met our guy, Eben. So shout out to you, bro. It's nice meeting you.
This the first time you met Eben?
Yeah, man.
No, he came here to the station.
I think he came
after
Tristan.
I think he said that, but I don't know if
he was gone, I think.
At the grand launch, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No. He came here
recently, just randomly. I think you were gone, or you was in your room or something like that. I don't know.
It's always nice to meet our Spark Nation family.
Spark Nation. Be
outside with it.
Yes. And then what else happened?
Last night I DJ'd at Nice Up Sundays inside of Fort Hill. Mm-hmm. That was it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And now, how was that?
It was good.
I was thinking last night, like, now that Noah's gonna be out of school and I don't have to worry about getting him to school, I was like, I might have to go on a little Nice Up Sunday one day. Maybe that's where my husband is.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
But we late, so let's go.
Oh, shoot. Yes. What time is it? Oh, damn.
It's 10
o'clock. Time for this show. It started. Let's go. Bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387. Join us on Facebook and Instagram at SparkFMOnline.com.
That's not what I wanted to hear. I hate when I do
You know what song has been in my head and won't come out? At the rum, tell you you're a big dancer. Oh my gosh, that song won't come out of my head. It woke me up at 5 o'clock this morning, and I was like, maybe the rum is telling me that I'm a big dancer.
That? Oh, is that the rum telling you?
Maybe that's what the rum is trying to tell me.
No. All right, so I am back in the building. Today is June 9th. It is June 9th, and it is a Monday, bright and early on a Monday day. The weather today is not looking so beautiful. It currently is 60 degrees. It feels like 55. Cloudy conditions will continue all day. The lowest feels like temperature was 54 around 9 a.m. And like I said, it currently feels like 55, 1 degree higher. It's supposed to get up to 67 maybe, and then tonight is going to drop down to 58 degrees. And then there is about a 35% chance of rain tomorrow. It's a 75% chance of rain. And then it looks like that we'll have a couple of 2 days of hot ass weather of 80 and 81 on Wednesday and Thursday. And then we're back to the rain for the weekend. Oh, joy.
Joy in the world.
And this marked our 12th a
This would be the-
consecutive week
Yep.
of rain on the weekends.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We are doing it here in New England.
Yes.
With that said, let's get into the show.
Let's get into the show. So before I get into the show, I just wanted to give a shout out to two families who've experienced really, really great losses over the weekend. Our friend lost her husband, and I heard about another family yesterday that lost their 2-year-old daughter. Very unexpectedly, both of those. And so, just letting them know that thoughts and prayers are with them. We also, over the weekend, or I don't know, over the past week, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but on social media, and I think there are even commercials, there has been a really big smear campaign against Mayor Wu. There's some
I've
people
seen
out there
everywhere.
that do not like her at all.
I mean, there's two things that I
What
have.
is it? I say, what
Why
will
they
do?
don't give us none of the commercials? And not that we like. I just want the business. But
and it's
go
not even. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, is this like the ops who are doing this?" And it's not. It's like an independent group that is doing it. So Mayor Wu sounds off on attack ad from Super PAC Your City, Your Future. That's
Oh
the name of
yes, I've heard their commercials many times. Wu
Yeah.
won't.
it. Yeah.
Josh Kraft will.
Yeah,
Woo,
but
woo.
but it's not even like they're not even. It's not like Josh Kraft's campaign. It's these people.
Yeah.
So Boston Mayor Michelle Wu sounds off an attack from a super PAC that has thrown its support behind challenger Josh Kraft. The advertisement was paid for by the group Your City, Your Future, which has received donations from figures that like Fanatics owner Michael Rubin, New Balance chair Jim Davis, and Boston Celtics minority owner Rob Hale.
Really?
Yeah, the Super PAC has already announced it will spend over $2 million on attack ads targeting Wu.
Wow.
While a campaign appearance
What's
at
it
a Boston
called?
University, Your City, Your Future. While a campaign appearance at Boston University on Saturday, WBZ News' Mike Macklin asked Mayor Wu about the advertisement, which criticized her support of white stadium, bike lanes, and more. We have the system that we have, and unfortunately it works when millions of dollars of tax ads flood into any race. It is an impact, said Wu. Despite Your City, Your Future declaring its support for her most notable challenger, Kraft disavowed any connection to the Super PAC. However, Kraft dismissed the mayor's criticism of the ad while campaigning on Saturday. Boston isn't under attack from a super PAC. Boston and its residents are under attack by Mayor Wu's poor management and poor policy plan, said Kraft. Wu said she has no plans to release an attack on Kraft, but has called his campaign a blatant attempt to buy a job with the family and their connections, referring to Kraft's father, Robert Kraft. This is a little nasty little.
This is going to be such a nasty little interesting campaign.
Yes, it's a little nasty, little interesting campaign, isn't it? And Michelle Wu seems like she a little spicy.
Yeah, she been unapologetically. Real
Yeah,
unapologetic.
she's been a little spicy. So we'll see what's happening there. A man facing several firearms charges in connection with a fight in Mattapan. A man is facing several firearms charges in connection with a fight that happened in Mattapan. According to Boston Police, around 12:30 a.m., officers responded to a call in the area of 67 Wildwood Street for a report of a fight. Where's Wildwood? See it. I don't know where it is. Officers were aware of a large party located at 72 Wildwood Street, and 2 firearms were recovered 30 minutes prior. Upon arrival, officers observed a large group arguing with individuals on a balcony located at 67 Wildwood Street. Officers were advised that a male suspect brandished a firearm and threatened to shoot the whole group.
He'll shoot everybody. Everybody will die in here today.
The suspect, later identified as Jarrell Gandy, 40 of Mattapan, was requested to come down and speak with officers, which he refused. Officers entered the apartment building and attempted to speak with Gandy, who continued to refuse to open the door. At this time, the supervisor on scene determined that the situation was now upgraded to a barricaded suspect. Officers were able to safely evacuate the apartment building and secure a perimeter. And around 1:15 a.m., the Gandy exited the building and was placed into custody. A protective sweep was conducted by police to determine if there were any other individuals inside the apartment. Upon further investigation, officers located a discarded backpack which contained a firearm inside. Gandy is facing the following charges: carrying a firearm without a license, possession of ammunition without an FID card, 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon to wit, firearm, improper storage of a firearm, and threat to commit a crime. Gandy was placed under arrest and is expected to be arraigned in Dorchester District Court. That man had a standoff. He said, "No,
Hell no, we won't go.
I'm going to shoot everybody. No, I'm not coming out."
It seems like the police
Woman,
were busy as hell this weekend too.
They were.
the police. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, it was so busy. It was so busy. It was so noisy on my street.
Blue Hill Ave.
Yes.
Blue Hill Ave is very loud. And that's the thing. Blue Hill Ave is either very quiet or extremely loud. There's really no in between.
There was an El Punto outside of my window
Was
last
there?
night for a long amount of hours. And I was like, oh, yay, great.
I posted a story today of some other place. They're starting to confiscate the El Punto speakers if they find them because it's disturbing the peace. Pretty much.
It is. A woman and a dog were struck by a car while crossing a street in Boston. According to Boston police, around 10:51 a.m., officers responded to an area of 300 Commercial Street for a report of a pedestrian struck by a motor vehicle. Police say the victim was walking her dog across the street when she was struck by the vehicle. The operator remained on the scene. The victim was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The dog was unharmed and left with a friend. Because she covered that dog with her body.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what you have to protect your children.
Oh my goodness. Food service closures threatens Boston's nutrition lifeline. 3 major food suppliers have closed down this year and eliminated 50,000 pounds of annual donations to local food recovery programs.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of
pounds.
food. That's a lot of food. Food pantries and community centers that serve vulnerable populations are facing reduced variety and volume of fresh food. Some families now need to visit multiple locations each week to get what they need. Historically high food prices and uncertain economic outlook and difficulties with funding have led several organizations that regularly donated surplus food to close down. Community nonprofit Grocer Daily Table is most notable, closing all 4 locations in Salem, Dorchester, Roxbury, and Cambridge after losing federal funding. And what they're saying is we're seeing just as many people, up to a third of the population here in Massachusetts, facing food insecurity, but steadily less food and less money going into the overall food security ecosystem, said Tim Cavaretta, Director of Operations at nonprofit distributor Food for Free. The distribution is straining an already stretched emergency food network in and around Boston. So the closure of Daily Table alone took around 20,000 pounds of food out of the Food for Free system annually. The big picture here is that the closures come as federal nutrition support is contracting. USDA food distributions to Boston area food banks dropped by over $3 million this year.
So are these all food bank services are all federal? Like none of that comes from the city? How much do we get from the city?
Oh,
Why is that dropping so low?
I don't know, but they say that
I feel like places like Boston and California and stuff like that who's fighting the administration got to get their money up.
Gotta get their money up, yeah. 2.3 million of the canceled food was set to go to the Greater Boston Food Bank, and that's 105,000 cases of produce, protein, and dairy.
So what do they do with them? Where do they put the food now that there's nowhere to go?
They're not sending it. They're not getting it. They're not able to get it.
Oh, they're not even to get. So
no.
Are they distributing that food somewhere else to the world, or they're
not giving us the money to get the food? So we don't have the food to distribute. The funding has been cut, so we're just not getting the money. The food is not there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The food that's already there, they're distributing, but they're not able to get more food.
To the other people where the food is being supplied from, the money is being cut. So where I know that we don't know that. I would like to know where they are distributing that food that they are sitting there that we don't have the money to pay for. Is somebody else getting it, or are they allowing that food to go to waste because we can't pay for it?
Oh, I don't know.
You know? So,
anticipated cuts to SNAP benefits threaten to increase demand on outside programs like the food banks, and then the food banks don't have money anyway to get the food, which is crazy. They're trying to destroy America.
They are, but I don't understand. Like, I was reading something. Tupac. I had posted a thing the other day where Tupac was like, it doesn't make any sense for us to have all these billionaires if there's people that don't have any food at all. I wonder, and nobody would know this question besides a billionaire, what do they do as philanthropic efforts to help the rest of the world, or they just not? Like an Elon Musk, does he have any philanthropic efforts that's something other than other than space?
Nothing that doesn't benefit him. I saw a article that Elon Musk somewhere, I don't know where it is. Elon Musk has a factory or something that he has in a very rural area somewhere
Like Minnesota or something like
yeah,
that.
and he's built these plants that are like messing up the environment of the people where they live, and now the people are protesting, but he's like, I don't really care, and so I'm gonna keep on I'm gonna make more of them and more of them and more of them. So no, I don't think Elon Musk has any philanthropic efforts that don't benefit him in a financial way at all.
That's
he doesn't
crazy.
care.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
play
wanna
a
hear this
post
one.
off of Joe Rogan the other day from Bono. This has actually gone viral.
Rotting
Yes, but-
in boats so there's food rotting in boats in warehouses. There is this will fuck you off. This will not, you will not be happy. No American will, but there is, and he has 50,000 tons of food that are stored in Djibouti, South Africa, Dubai, and wait for it, Houston, Texas. And that is rotting rather than going to Gaza, rather than going to Sudan.
That's a cut the
because
funding.
the people who know the codes or for the warehouse are fired. They're gone.
That's disgusting.
Cause that's the USAID people.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
I don't know who that is, but that's disgusting.
You
that
know
there
how many
are
people Elon fired?
Yeah.
Those altogether?
Yeah.
Damn near half of everybody.
Yeah.
280,000 people.
Yep.
So then,
government.
I think that it's absolutely horrible and disgusting that that's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
That much food wasting because people don't have codes or people don't have money. So you would rather people die than just give them the food. Send the food on a boat to where people are hungry and give people the food that
What did
is
they say?
going to rot.
Some of it is in Texas.
Yes, in Texas, Houston, Texas.
Right in Texas.
Where Abbott is wheeling around, deporting immigrants instead of feeding the hunger.
Not Governor Hot Wheels.
I'm tired.
Don't stress. It's Monday.
Back to Boston. 3 Boston minors charged after threats sent to Billerica High School into lockdown. They are facing charges in connection with making a prank-threatening phone call that sent Billerica Memorial High School into lockdown on Thursday. Billerica police announced police began investigating a threatening phone call made to the high school around 1 p.m. on Thursday, and police said in a press release, in accordance with the established procedures, the school was put into lockdown. And I can't read any more of the article, so that's all that we have.
All right. Where's Billerica?
Billerica's out there.
All right.
It's over there.
In the bush then.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
over there. Over there, like, I think it's North Shore, right? Billerica?
Sure.
Sounds North Shore-ish.
Well, y'all be safe out there in Billerica.
Be safe out. Well, it's the Boston kids that's threatening them, making false threats so be safe, because these Boston kids ain't got no damn sense. Massachusetts teacher charged with identity fraud and child endangerment over false degrees and stolen valor claims. That's awful. That is awful.
What kind of degrees?
It just says fake college degrees and a military award to get a teaching job.
Where can you get those from? I know a lot of people that could do very well with a little nice, forged degree.
Me too. Me.
Yeah.
A Massachusetts teacher, Alicia Lagasse, has been arrested and faces multiple charges after allegedly using fake college degrees and a military award to get teaching jobs. Authorities began reviewing her background after an incident involving her service animal. The Essex County District Attorney's Office has charged the 57-year-old Lowell resident with identity fraud, pretending to hold degrees, reckless endangerment of a child, and other offenses, according to the news. The Essex County grand jury returned 21 indictments against Lisa Lagasse, who has been employed as a science teacher in several districts, including Lowell, Worcester, and Haverhill. Her fraudulent claims included advanced academic credentials and being a retired military combat veteran with a Purple Heart. Damn. These revelations came to light after Haverhill Public School Superintendent Margaret Murata stated that Miss Lagasse had a valid teacher's license and standard reference checks were completed with her previous school districts with no concerns reported. However,
is this about her? Nobody checks a degree. So that is something that I know that they're lying, because I have never in my life had somebody even ask me if I did have one.
yeah. However,
I know
following the
somebody that-
investigation,
I know someone that lied about their degree and ended up having to actually go to school for it.
Really?
Yeah, but they allowed them to go to school for it.
Oh,
while he
well,
was there.
that's different, too, because they usually would have fired them, which is crazy.
That's nice. Who that was?
Fresh Jam
Where
said that
is.
you could come see him for them degrees.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christian, what would we do without you? Lagasse had a valid teaching license. So there was an incident with her service animal, and she was placed on administrative leave. What her animal did? She pleaded not guilty to Salem Superior Court and was held on $25,000 bail. If released, she must remain under home confinement with GPS monitoring. If she got to be in home confinement, what she need a GPS monitor for? She's in the house.
Keep her in the house, because I feel like the GPS monitoring people be risking it all. I saw one making a race yesterday, and I was like, shouldn't you be sitting down?
The little boy?
Yes.
Hello, look at you with your little GPS monitor.
Go sit down in the house.
If you had stayed in the house like the little ghost that you've always been, you would have never had to have no GPS monitor. Little weirdo. Her brother-in-law, Michael Lagasse, said most of the family, I would say, have to say really don't trust her that much. I'm not sure if I trust her that much, but she tries. She tries to make things work. She tries hard. She just has a way of doing things that most of us are not aware of. She's just a liar. Her family said, don't support me. Don't be my family if you gonna say that. Anyhow, Lisa Lagasse, you was wrong for that.
You was wrong.
And in good news, brothers bring boxing back to Fenway after 70 years and hope to revitalize the sport in Boston.
Boxing
at Fenway Park.
I heard that boxing, it has a good little underground community here, and that's not the first time they brought that to Fenway Park. I think, who does that? I can't remember, but I heard about it like a couple years ago that they really be like
I think we talked about this a couple years ago. There's a rich history. Boston has played a long and impressive role in American boxing history.
Irish.
And the development of sport. And Rocky Balboa is from Brockton, ain't he? Rocky,
is he?
The real Rocky.
Not
Who?
Rocky.
Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
Who is
Yes. He's the black boxer.
What his stage name?
That's
is?
why Marvin
Brockton
Hagler.
boxers. Rocky Marciano.
Yeah, that's the one.
That one.
Then we got
him.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Oh.
Yes.
And we got Goody Petroni. And we got Robbie Sims.
Yeah.
Oh. So the development of the sport itself, said Johnson, author of Field of Our Fathers, An Illustrated History of Fenway Park. The city was home to Boston's strong boy, John L. Sullivan, born in 1858 to Irish immigrant parents, and widely considered America's first sports superstar. The first heavyweight champion of the world, he was also as famous as Muhammad Ali was at the time. I don't think so, because I never heard of him. Anyhow, there was a black Canadian-born boxer moved to Boston. His name was Sam Langford. There's a rich history of boxing. So, you know what? When we weren't to the forget that I said that, because that wasn't Fenway. That was that was somewhere else. I don't know, but anyhow, there was a rich history and a different pitch and all kinds of things. There will be rich boxing history brought to Fenway Park after 70
You
years.
was drinking this morning.
No, it's a lot of words here. This was pitch, rich. It came out. Anyhow, they're bringing back Fight Night at Fenway. It's scheduled for Saturday to be both a time capsule and a time machine, taking spectators back to boxing's glory days and what the sport can be for the city in the future. So that will be this Saturday night. Very nice. That's going to be fun.
All right.
Get on
scares
down
me
there.
a little bit.
Why?
Why white people down Fenway boxing, fighting, drinking?
That's what they do anyways, Tristan.
When as soon as they get drunk and turn into a boxing match.
They get rowdy. They get rowdy. No, they bar brawl and they throw each other over the bar, stand up on it, and swing from the.
I remember I used to work for this company, this small mom and pop company out in Dedham, and they used to take us out drinking like on Friday nights sometime. And one night I went out with them because, you know, I don't be fraternizing with the work folks too much. And I went out with them one night and I got lit. And then I got paranoid because, you know, that's how I do. And I was like, let me leave now before y'all call me nigga. They were like, they thought that was the funniest thing. Anyhow, but that must be happening down Fenway. Anyhow, that has been the local news. Look at that. I breezed through that. Anyhow,
You did.
Saucy and Friends in the Morning, quick commercial break. Come back with the rest of the things that we got to
You
tell
don't
y'all
got to
about.
speed up no more.
Yeah, gotta go fast.
Oh, wow. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Eunice Production, Friends Lifestyle Group presents their 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. It's the Animal Print Edition. Happens to be Saturday, July the 19th. Boarding times at 7 p.m. We sail at 8 p.m. sharp. There's gonna be 2 floors of music. Your Latin DJ, DJ Sergio, DJ Alfredito, DJ Yomi, and your Caribbean DJ, Q Major, and Vital Rhythms. Featuring live performances by The Fugo, Punta Group, and Tempo Rhythm International. Sound system provided by Ross Entertainment. This is all going to be taking place at 70 Rose Wharf. Get your tickets right now at togetherness.eventbrite.com. Regular tickets are $65. Same day tickets are $75. It's a 21 plus event. And do remember there's a drinks inclusive party bus available to and from the dock for only $60. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 646-379-4889. It's the 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. Get your tickets now.
Prioritize your mental well-being with Kuji Jakalia Wellness Center, a Black woman-owned therapy practice committed to culturally affirming care that understands you. Our licensed therapists specialize in personalized care, offering virtual sessions Monday through Friday by appointment because your healing should fit your schedule.
At Kuji Wellness, we embrace the principle of Kuji Jakalia, meaning self-determination, the power to define, create, and speak for ourselves. Your healing journey is yours to own, and we're here to support you every step of the way. We also offer individual, child, couple, and family therapy, helping families connect, heal, and thrive together.
Visit us at kujiwellness.com and book your appointment because when you heal, the community heals too.
Got a side hustle you want to turn into a real business? Thinking of expanding your brand or launching your next big idea? Then this is for you. It's Vibes and Ventures. 3-part career business to empower entrepreneurs, creatives, and small business owners of our community. Join us at the Spark Media and Culture Center, 1195 Blue Ave, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. And yes, it's completely free. June 5th, getting your paperwork right. June 12th, brick and mortar and commercial acquisitions. June 26th, marketing and social media strategy. Meet some of Boston's most successful Caribbean entrepreneurs, get expert advice, and build the connections you need to take your hustle to the next level. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Vibes and Ventures.
BSOCA is bringing you vibes, culture, and community connections all summer long, and we want you to be a part of it. In honor of Caribbean Heritage Month, we're kicking off the celebrations. Join us at the return of BSOCA's annual Jamboree, Sunday, June 15th, 2 to 6 p.m. at Franklin Park Shattuck Picnic Area. A full day of fun, games, prizes, dancing, music, and more. Walk with your lawn chair.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-Made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets...
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with the way you are gonna see a million. We got to go long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
Life is not easy. No say we are for winning. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
All right, we are back, and it is time for us to get into our national news. I got a little indigestion there. Let's see what we got going on, because the news was really newsing over the week, and I don't know what's going on. The biggest stories that are plaguing the news right now is LA is involved in a resistance against the immigration ICE protocols, and they have taken to the streets, shut down some of the highways. Again, just a little reference of a referendum. It's not the whole LA. LA is very big. This is a small section of LA. I think it is city or county or something like that. Somebody was kind of one of these reports was trying to help us to understand the hugeness of it. It's a small part of LA, so it's not taking over the whole thing. It's not as big as Rodney King riots or nothing yet, but it's getting there. So let's get into it. So new California Governor Gavin Newsom and California said California will sue. So after these raids and after these peaceful protests and taking over things and whatever, Donald Trump has enlisted the help of the National Guard to go in there and to settle the people down. California Governor Gavin Newsom said California will sue the Trump administration Monday over its deployment of the National Guard to quell Los Angeles protests against federal immigration raids. In an interview Sunday evening on MSNBC, Newsom said the lawsuit would challenge Trump's federalizing of the California National Guard without the state's consent, a move with little precedent in U.S. history. Donald Trump has created the conditions you see on your TV tonight. He's exacerbated the conditions. He's, lit the proverbial match. He's putting fuel on this fire. Ever since he announced he was taking over the National Guard, an illegal act, an immoral act, an unconstitutional act, Newsom said on MSNBC. In reading these things, go to this clip. You don't really understand how these things work. It's up to the state to call in the National Guard. The federales can't just go and be like, oh, send the National Guard to this place. The governor has to be the one who calls it, and Donald Trump has bypassed Newsom and has deployed the National Guard. Let's go to the story.
Street. Some of those agitators are standing behind A-frames, and this has been going on now for several hours, and it has no reason to believe it could end anytime soon. It seems like there's no real plan. There's so many sirens going off around the area right now. You see them possibly going the other direction behind us, but just kind of a chaotic scene, but also one that's been going on for a while, where there's bursts of action. There's a firework that just was thrown up in the air.
Oh, they're throwing fireworks too. Fireworks are scary. They should be banned.
There's a video that I saw with one of the news reporters that was out there that actually got hit
shot by a rubber bullet.
With a rubber bullet. Yeah, rubber bullet.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Asked to elaborate on the lawsuit, Newsom said that under Trump's executive order, it specifically notes, and under what the Department of Defense did, is that they had to coordinate with the governor of the state. They never coordinated with the governor of the state. Newsom noted he has deployed the National Guard before to respond to various emergencies. We have no problem working collaboratively in a mutual aid system with local law enforcement, but there's protocol. There's a process. He didn't care about that. And the worst part, he completely lied, he said. This is one of those things where Donald Trump is going to do what Donald Trump does. He does believe that he does not have to follow any laws and or order because he's the president. And up until Donald Trump became the president, or many years ago, I realized that the president can't just do whatever they want to do here. Mm-hmm. And Donald Trump has yet to receive that memo that you cannot, just because you're the president, do not mean that you are above everybody else in this world. And I'm not sure what made him feel like he was.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because he's not being stopped. Yeah. He would have had to been tackled down to the ground on day 3 of becoming the president for him to understand that he can't just do whatever he wants. And nobody tackled him down to the ground, and that's the problem.
Why hasn't anybody tackled him to the ground?
Because everybody is scared and nobody knows their history books. Because I believe that there's some part in the Constitution under Section B 8305 702 GBH that you can tackle the president down to the ground if he's acting out of control. And nobody wants to read that passage.
Yeah.
Nobody's reading the Constitution the way that I read it.
Oh.
The way that you read it. The way that I read it. My interpretation said what it said. So people need to get with it. Tackle him down to the ground.
Tackle him.
If you can't do what he wants, why does...
Say it, Leah. Say it, Leah.
If he wants, why does he get to do what if he can't do what he wants, why does he... See, Fresh Jan, that might have been the most greatest question you have always asked. If you can't do what he wants, why does he get to do what he wants? Exactly. There are protocols in place to say that he cannot do what he wants. So when he is doing what he wants, why y'all letting him do what he wants?
I don't
and
know,
that's why he feels.
We got a note to pull up CNN News right now because they said they're wilding in LA right now.
Pull it up.
CNN.
Pull it up.
CNN News.
We're going to watch it
live
right now because we are in the know and we want you guys to be in the know too.
And what time is it in LA? It's 7:30 in the morning there.
They are not resting. Well, reading the comments, LA said that they're ready for whatever because they was the one who started the Rodney King riots and all kind of stuff. So they're like, y'all don't know too much about LA. We bout it like that. So bring it on. We'll take the rubber bullets in the face.
That's what Gavin
did. It is exactly.
Gavin Newsom was like, bring it on. Come on.
And I'm about to go
on, Cletus.
I'm about to go down there. Not to help, but to really to give my support in a more of a supportive
I will
role.
go to the airport.
I'm 92%. I'm resting. Okay.
You said down the live.
Yeah, CNN News Live.
I'm trying to rest because I know that I gotta do the job on the other side. All the fighters and the agitators, they go out there. You have my full support. Do what you gotta do.
I will go to the airport. And just to say, I was in LA.
I was there.
Yes.
I was there around that time. I walked the streets and I looked at what they was doing.
I saw it.
I saw it with my own eyes, and they are for the people.
Yes.
I'm afraid.
LA don't play, though. We know that. So, yeah, we're going to
I want to throw a Molotov cocktail.
Very good.
Because in my brain, it said Mazel Tov. In my brain, it was Mazel Tov. And I said, nope, let me think about this. We're waiting for the advertisement to go. That's why I'm okay. We have no problem, he says. Later in the interview, Newsom was asked about border czar Tom Homan with his big, stupid tongue. Comments indicating he would not rule out arresting Newsom himself If they interfere with the efforts, come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. You know, I don't give a damn, but I care about my community. I care about this community. He continued. People want to know if Newsom is acting all tough because he has a plan to run for president in
I would like
2028.
him to.
Everybody's saying no.
Why?
I don't know. I think that he's a nice guy.
I think he's a fine white man.
I think he's nice and young and progressive and conservative at the same time. Hell, a typical white politician. What's wrong with him? Let's go to this.
All right, here goes the clip.
No, this is him
Well, thanks
threatening
for
to
having me
sue.
on. I mean, it is illegal use of the United
says
States
CNN
military.
Live.
The
That says
president
CNN
does have the
Live.
authorization.
That's what's on
to
right
do
now?
that.
Yeah.
The difference here
well,
is how
let's
we're
start.
doing it is
Yeah.
completely
In the Situation Room?
unprecedented. Usually with an event like this, there's coordination between the governor of that state and the president of the United States. And the governor is usually requesting additional forces to come into his or her state to help with a response. That is not what happened here. The governor did not request additional use of force or use additional forces to be on the ground in Los Angeles.
Look at the Honduras
to help
flag all
mitigate
big
these
and
protests,
bold in the
and
middle.
neither did the mayor.
Go to the show notes and all the way at the bottom. It's live now. Process ICE raid 6-9 whatever. Yeah, right there in this video right here. Oh, that's a little timeline of the raids. I'll give a little snapshot of what has been going on. It do look live out there. It do look like people is really, getting riled up. People are not going to work. Do you guys think that the immigrants are out there as well, or are they
The big
hiding
Honduras
somewhere?
flag just now.
Did it? Well, yeah, because I'm surprised he didn't put a travel ban to Honduras. Honduras seems like the type that they ready to fight. They always look like they ready to fight with their big muscles.
They do.
Big hands and feet.
That's
They
racist.
do.
Stop it.
No, that's
Stop
true.
it.
They do got big hands.
They do
They
got
got
big hands.
strong noses,
Yes.
especially from the islands.
Oh, look at it out here. Oh, we turned
2,000
up.
members of the National Guard to disperse demonstrators.
My husband's a soldier overseas as we speak, and I'm a veteran. So this angers me.
How did we get here to the LA murder?
Peaceful demonstrations began Friday afternoon after federal immigration agents detained dozens of people amid Trump's crackdown on immigration. Demonstrators gathered outside the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown LA. But as day turned to night, clashes flared, and they continued into Saturday, not only downtown, but around 10 miles southeast in Paramount, California. Officers in tactical gear and gas masks lined the streets and attempted to disperse the crowds. Helicopter cameras captured the moment a car went up in flames amid the chaos. Over at the detention center, protesters held a rally Saturday evening. Police emerged through a gate of the building and eventually fired off rubber bullets, flashbangs, and tear gas, leaving the streets engulfed in white smoke. President Trump, meanwhile, has deployed the National Guard to control what he has called violent insurrectionist mobs online, sparking
He used
tensions
the
with
word?
Democratic California
Wow.
Governor Gavin Newsom, who called the deployment of troops purposefully inflammatory and warned it would only escalate the situation.
This is what Trump wants. He wants this. Trump wants a war so bad, and this is the closest that he's going to get to a war. And so he wants this. This is he's sitting in his bed hard as a rock right now.
If it can get.
This is the only way it can get.
And that is also with some help. A little Cialis to help his evil.
Oh, he loves this.
What was I going to say just now? Chris said they are thinking about sending in the military for this. I'm whatever. It's only gonna get worse, so I don't know what to tell y'all.
Because you know what? I got into the second season of 9 Perfect Strangers, right? And I might have to do a mushrooms.
I told you. Can't get right. It's funny. So yesterday I was at my goddaughter. Shout out to Nye. I forgot to say that earlier. It was Nye's birthday party. She turned 5 yesterday.
I can't believe that.
And at one corner of the room, you hear the adults talking about microdosing and shit. And 9 Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I'm like, you know what? I might have to go on that trip.
Yep. Can't get right.
I might.
I'm going. I'm gonna do it. You did it.
You just microdose.
In the college?
Start off microdosing.
No.
And work your way.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you absolutely did. Just a little bit.
I
Like
cannot
a
confirm
little
or
bit.
I plead the fifth.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I had no idea what that could possibly be. Donald Trump says the return of wrongfully deported man Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He is back in the United States.
Yeah.
Wasn't his decision. They have now figured out that Kilmar was a part of El
Puto.
the El Coyotes.
Oh.
And he used to help transport the traffic. He used to help traffic people across the border. But they're saying that all kind of whatever. But really what they found is that he was a deporter. He not a deporter. He was a transporter or whatever. So now he gets to have his due process in court. And they're all excited because now he's going to go to court and they're going to send him right back to El Salvador. They probably will. The problem was never about whether he should be in El Salvador or whatever, or what his crimes was. Y'all didn't know. Y'all just snatched that man off the streets and you took him to El Salvador. There are a process and policies and procedures you got to follow before you do that. And I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with you if you decide to have this man in court and you decide that he needs to be there. But y'all doing it wrong.
Right.
And that's the problem. Trump told NBC News that it wasn't his idea and wasn't his decision to bring Abrego Garcia back to the country. Instead, he told the outlet that the U.S. Justice Department decided to do it that way, and that's fine. Because Trump doesn't care. I think to this day, he still doesn't know who Kilmar is.
No.
He just knows that he had knuckles with Photoshop numbers on it.
Yeah.
And that's all he knows. He never looked into the story. He doesn't know anything about that man.
Yep. He Marjorie Taylor Greene that whole
Absolutely.
case.
Yep. Sounds good. Let me sign my name to it. I'm an idiot. Police released new images of the Travis Decker, dad accused of killing his 3 daughters as he remains on the run. This is the one where the lady sent the babies over there and he killed them. I thought that they got him.
No.
So police have released new images of Travis Decker, the 32-year-old Washington man accused of killing his 3 young daughters. Peyton 9, Evelyn 8, and Olivia 5 were last seen during planned visitation with their father on May 30th before their bodies were discovered days later. The new images of Decker shared by the Cheslin County Sheriff's Office give the public a closer look at his tattoos and clothing around the time of his disappearance. I'm pretty sure that he has changed his clothes from there. On Saturday, June 7th, the Sheriff's Office released a wanted poster on Facebook that features multiple new photos and a few previously released images of the murder suspect, including some that highlight his tattoos and wardrobe. That's just a sad story.
It's so awful.
You send your babies for their visitation with their daddy, and what did he do? Strangle them or shoot them?
I think he strangled all of them.
Yeah. Crazy.
Police warning residents to lock their doors. The governor ordering the National Guard joining more than 100 officers, agents, and deputies in the search. Authorities say they've received more than 500 tips so far. Here's ABC's Melissa Adan.
Tonight, the governor of Washington state calling on the National Guard as the manhunt intensifies for Travis Decker, the man suspected of killing his 3 young daughters. Governor Bob Ferguson mobilizing helicopters to support law enforcement as they search remote areas of the famed Pacific Crest Trail. Washington State Police urging residents to lock their doors and windows and to leave their outside lights on. The 32-year-old former Army soldier has extensive military training and, according to police, is considered dangerous and potentially armed.
My message is still the same. Travis, if you're out there seeing us, we'd like you to turn yourself in.
We would like
Authorities releasing new images and recent doorbell camera video of Decker, who they believe killed his 3 daughters during a court-appointed custody visit. The bodies of 5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Peyton were found near a campsite.
Terrible. Terrible.
Not the killer father is not handsome. The policeman was handsome. Yeah, that is awful. And this guy's out there living like Rambo right now because he's, you know, what they say, he's ex-military and all kinds of things, and special forces.
I'm a little confused. I wonder what his actual plan is. You killed your 3 daughters. You're just going to go on the run for the rest of your life. Are you not planning to go to jail? And if you're not planning to go to jail, Are you planning to do other things to yourself to not go to jail?
Do people ever really think through the plan of
Because
killing somebody?
You know, like
That's
what
I want to know.
Yeah, like what's
Would I wanna live
happening?
the rest of my life on the run?
The
I
mind
would
of a
probably
killer.
die.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, with the $3, I'm surprised that didn't turn into a, killing suicide situation because you're not getting away from that at all. Like there's nothing that is freeing you. Even if you didn't do it, the fact that you ran away from your $3 being killed, you are a horrible person, regardless of how this is. So I'm not sure what we're doing here.
I often wonder that though, Leah, in like what is in the mind of a killer? Like when you do this, so then what? It happened, you did it, and then what? Because it's not like the movies, you know what I mean? Like the movies, they just kill people and then they go have a cup of coffee. Here, it's like, no, you're going to get caught and something bad is going to happen to you. But do people not fear jail anymore?
No.
No? Oh.
Unless it's El Salvador.
I think people be thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It don't.
At no point do you start to think, and I don't know what it's like to completely. I do know. However, like when you completely do something like this, at what point does your brain come back like, oh shit? I just did this. Now what?
That's when they go on the run.
And then when I go on the run,
think this through.
What?
How long you gonna be running for? Because I'm tired.
But him having the military training is probably making him think,
He's
I
probably
can last
hanging in the woods
for a minute.
That's like Rambo. Remember Rambo was eating the pig and all kind of stuff.
Remember last year when we was dealing with the man who was a military too, and he had ran into the woods, and he was. Remember that story? It was in Massachusetts.
And they found him dead in the building. The one who had shot up in New Hampshire. The one in New Hampshire who did the shooting.
There was a couple of those last year that we talked about that was in the military and doing random acts of big violence and running in the woods.
Yeah.
And with a blanket and hiding, climbing trees and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. He got to come up with food. No, he's probably gonna boil some leaves in the woods.
Rambo ate a whole a wild boar.
Oh wow!
I remember that in that movie. That was the scariest.
I don't remember a damn thing about Rambo.
Yeah,
I might have to go and watch it again because I don't know.
I'm not gonna.
Rambo
watch it
was
Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
So which one was the one where he's in the building for Christmas?
That's Die Hard.
Wow. Yes, that one.
Bruce Willis.
Like two different movies.
Wow.
I know that both of the movies had killings with a military.
Action comedy versus action.
I know.
Which one was the action comedy?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Rambo was serious?
Yes.
He was very seriously on the run.
Leah, 20 years younger than you and know more about Rambo than you.
Then, what came from Rambo? Michael B. Jordan. What's that one? Right? That came from Rambo.
Like we're all
I don't know about that. I don't know. I think we've taken too far of a left. I think we took a hard left and
Sorry.
not any.
Let's move on.
You know what I could eat? Some of them chicken and waffles
Somebody
from
get her
Friendly
some food.
Toast.
Let's go to it.
I'm down.
This next story is a bothersome to me because some things I read and I'm just like, again, what was the thought process here? I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
TSA just banned Costco cards at the airport security.
What?
Because I didn't think that was a real story.
It's dead ass.
Yeah.
My bad. I was thinking about Rocky. Rocky's not connected to Rambo at all. Thank you, Fresh.
No.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say if Rocky
Rambo,
was connected to Costco, and I was
It's
like,
the same
that's crazy.
person. That's it.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's both Sylvester Stallone, but that's it.
Rocky and Rambo. Oh yes, that's true. Since May, I was like, what? Since May 7th, 2025, travelers have needed a real ID compliant driver's license or state ID to board domestic flights. And now TSA is putting its foot down, telling travelers that their Costco cards do not count as a valid ID to travel with.
How many people were going up there with the Costco cards for them to have to put a national?
That is such a great question because it had to be a significant amount of people for it to have made national news, right?
And it was allowed. It was allowed at all in the first place in order for them to now have to put a ban on it. Why was that okay ever?
TSA posted the following image on Facebook. We love hot dogs and rotisserie chicken as much as the next person, but please stop telling people their Costco cards count as real ID because it absolutely does not.
Costco got the hot dogs and stuff. They be serving them like how BJ's used to do back in the day.
Yes, and that's the problem because people have slept on Costco for so long. Yes.
I would have been shopping in Costco all these years had I known they had them big hot dogs for $1 in the front like they used to have.
Speaking of hot dogs, I got to go home and get some hot dog bread because I got 2 hot dogs waiting for me outside.
Hey, travelers, listen up. TSA has a message, and this one's a little spicy.
It's a little spicy, and we thought it was pretty surprising. Agents are asking flyers to stop trying to use their Costco cards as real ID.
Like, who's doing that?
I don't know. Apparently enough people that we need to talk about it right here. TSA posted on Facebook, hey, we love hot dogs and we love rotisserie chicken as much as the next person, but please stop telling people that their Costco card counts as real ID because it absolutely does
Who's
not.
telling people that?
This is the first year all passengers need a real ID or passport to fly. Most real ID compliant cards have a gold star right there, that star on the top right corner. And while some Costco membership cards are labeled as gold star.
Wow. No, sir. You have a gold star Costco membership and you thought it was did they think
Somebody
it was a real
said,
ID?
I mean, at least it has a star on it, and I'm pretty sure that the Costco card is stronger than some passports. So you're saying we should bring you a chicken? The post garnered over 15,000 reactions on June 7th with over 700 comments. The Real ID Act was passed in 2005 following a recommendation from the 911 Commission to set standards for the insurance of sources of identification, such as a driver's license. The process has taken 20 years to implement, per the Associated Press. At this time, all states are issuing Real ID compliant cards. In response to the question, how do I get a Real ID? TSA's site reads, visit your state's driver's license agency website to find out exactly what documentation is required to obtain a Real ID. At the minimum, you must provide documentation showing 1, full legal name, 2, date of birth, 3, social security number, 4, 2 proofs of address of principal residence, and 5, lawful status. The confusion over the Costco cards likely stems from the prominent gold stars on the members' cards. Real ID compliant cards either contain a star, a lone star, 1 in a circle, or 1 in a beer.
So can I ask a question? Can you use your Costco card as your ID card to get your Real ID?
That's actually a good question.
That's
because
good.
you need to show proof of where you live to get the Costco card.
Yeah. And my thing is, don't some of the BJ's cards have your face on it?
Yeah.
So it is a facial recognition with your name and stuff on them.
It's a piece of ID.
And sometimes if you go to BJ's, they don't even let you use somebody else's ID.
Yep.
If you want to get your stuff. So it is pretty sturdy as a piece of identification.
I would just bring a backup just to
definitely.
I would present all of them.
Yeah.
Like if I'm there and they're like, oh, you have any ID? Well, I have all my credit cards. I got my BJ's cards. Like it wouldn't have been something I would give to them. It would just be something that you can also see that it is me as well.
Right, because I have all of this person's stuff.
All of this person's stuff. They happen to look like me.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Supporting documents.
You know.
Yes.
Supporting documents.
Yes.
So y'all don't do that.
Don't do that.
Police released new image. Let me see. No fatalities reported after skydiving plane crashes in Tennessee. Oh, that's good. Wow.
Yeah.
Did they jump off the plane?
No, all 20 people just survived.
A plane crash?
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that, but that's good for them.
Yeah.
Yemen's Al-Qaeda branch leader threatens Trump, Musk, and others. New Orleans police officer who fatally shot a puppy will face that's 2 different stories. There's a lot of puppy stories in here about people doing bad things to dogs, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
But Yemen's Al-Qaeda branch leader threatens Trump, Musk, and others. What did he say? His name is Sahad bin Atif al-Awalaki.
That's it.
He's a member of the Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula Shura Council, the terrorist group's highest governing body. He has publicly called for attacks against the United States and its allies. We don't have any more of those, so you don't have to worry about that. If you have information about Al-Awlaki, who could be eligible for a reward. Oh, how much is the reward? Text your information to rewards for justice over Signal. Oh, isn't that what Hegseth used to
Signal, yes.
To do all of his
the Department of State made this graphic?
That's what I'm saying. It's just so Telegram or WhatsApp.
This can't be.
If you guys want to use WhatsApp, you can, and you send it to our Tor-based tip line. Oh, I got WhatsApp.
Send it to Pete Hegseth's group chat,
because that's what I'm saying. It's Pete Hegseth on WhatsApp, because I want to be privy to the war, and to what's going on. I think I should be included in that group chat as media, to see what's going on. I won't tell it it's you.
What did he say he's gonna do to them?
He don't say what he's gonna do. He just said, there are no red lines after what happened and is happening to our people in Gaza. Reciprocity is legitimate. Yemen's Al-Qaeda branch, long thought to be most dangerous, believed to be weakened in recent years due to infighting and suspected U.S. drone strikes killing its leader. The group, known by the acronym AQAP, has been considered the most dangerous branch of Al-Qaeda since operating after the 2011 killing by U.S. Navy SEALs founder Osama bin Laden. Yes. Who masterminded? He was a U.S. SEAL killing. In 2022, a U.S. drone strike in Afghanistan killed bin Laden's successor, who also helped plot 9/11. The September 11 attacks then began decades of war by the U.S. in Afghanistan and Iraq, and fomented the rise of Islamic State group. So what are they gonna do? I'm not saying that I support terrorism in any type of way at all, but I'm interested to know what he's planning to do to the president and the rest of them, just for my information's sakes. And it'll stop there. And then, and that's it for our national news. Let's get into the entertainment. You want to start with that?
Let's get into the entertainment. Coco Gauff.
Go black girl.
Becomes the first U.S. woman to win the French Open in one whole decade.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go, Coco.
Black girl
Go,
magic.
Go, Coco.
It's your birthday.
How
Go,
old is she?
Coco. She's like 12.
She is. She's 15. Oh, she's 21.
She's 21. That's how wait. We live in two different lives right now.
Same thing. Yeah. 12, 15,
She's
21.
21. I'm 21.
12.
The 21-year-old player
it's literally the same thing.
From a set down to beat Ariana Sabalenka. Coco Gauff went home triumphant Saturday after a tense French Open final against Belarusian tennis player Ariana Sabalenka, 27. Gauff, 21, was so overjoyed with the first-time victory that she collapsed into the clay after winning her last point. Oh my God, she said, oh my God. Exhausted and covered in clay, Gauff made a heart gesture to her mom in the audience. She then laid flat on the ground, looking toward the sky. Gauff, the number 2 seed, prevailed over number 1 seed Sabalenka after a wild and dramatic match that culminated in a historic win despite chaotic weather. Sabalenka said that the loss would hurt so much, but congratulated Gauff in these terrible conditions, showing such terrible tennis in the final. This really hurts. Anyways, Coco, congrats. In these tough conditions, you were a better player than me. So that is, her name is Corey Dion Gauff. The professional American tennis player has climbed in the rankings to win the first French Open since Serena Williams in 2015. Wow. It's her second Grand Slam title after winning the 2023 U.S. Open. The match, which lasted 2 hours and 37 minutes and 30-mile-per-hour winds, ended with a final score of 6-7, 6-2, and 6-4.
Good for her. She said that during the match, the crowd was screaming her opponent's name. Mm-hmm. So at one point, she just started screaming her own name inside of her head to drown it out.
Yes.
And another thing that she did is that in like 2021, I think, she said she had just written it over and over again. Like, I will win the whatever, the French Open. Uh-huh. She kept on writing that over and over again, and here she is.
Manifestation, girl. Let's get it.
Yeah. A little manifestation.
Good. That's very good.
Yes. Aaron P. Oh, sorry.
That's Mufasa.
That's Mufasa. So Tiana Taylor and Aaron Pierre confirmed romance with a kiss while celebrating his 31st birthday. He's only 31.
That's exactly what I said just now when I read that. That man.
How old is
31?
Tiana Taylor?
I don't know.
Did y'all watch
42.
Tiana Taylor movie?
No.
What do you call it?
Which one?
Tyler Perry movie.
Straw.
Oh, Lord.
I started to watch that. I put it on. We put it on last night, and I said, I don't feel like watching this because I don't want no emotion. I heard it was very emotional. People they started crying 30 seconds into it, and it was drama.
Let me break it down to y'all one time. It was John Q meets Set It Off.
I thought so.
Yeah,
that's it.
I said that. That sounds like John Q.
Yeah, it's already been ruined for me. I already know what happened just from
even the
reading.
twist at the end.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what that is. I
Yeah.
just was like, oh, okay, but I gotta watch it to figure out what the twist would
Why
possibly
people
be.
keep watching
People told
Tyler
me
Perry
everything.
stuff?
But did you like it?
I mean,
Did you like it, Lee?
For me, Tyler Perry, excuse me, his production is so amateur for me. Like it's like what a college student would, and then like his scripts are just very. They just deal with women. He just caters to women that are that don't like men.
I don't think so.
He's like
I
the
think
black
that-
version of Lifetime.
I feel like I don't think that he caters towards women. I think that he puts black women in a horrible light.
Yeah.
In his things.
Single woman
right.
struggling, dealing with domestic violence,
Yeah.
dealing with homelessness, dealing with
this,
drug
even
addiction.
this last little comedic thing that he did with Benita. What's her name?
Apple Boom.
What was her name? What was her name on the show?
I don't know
Levita.
Oh,
Levita.
yep.
So this last comedic thing, it's still like she's got a great position as the lieutenant governor or whatever, but
Yeah.
she still is like this
Living in
single
the
black
ghetto,
woman living in
yeah.
the ghetto, all of that. So I don't know.
And
But
Tiana Taylor, she can't act. She don't need to do that again.
I saw Tiana Taylor a little piece of it, and I wasn't so pleased with her. It seemed very Tiana Taylor acting.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. It
Trying
wasn't
to
like
act.
an actor. It was like Tiana Taylor is acting in this movie.
I feel like the only acting that she did really well was when she was and I feel like that is just very Tiana Taylor right there. But anyhow, so her and Aaron Pierre are together. She threw a surprise birthday party for him, and her best friend put out a video saying, my girl did it for her man or whatever. But prior to that, she had put out a post saying, cheers to 31 and many more wins around the sun. Happy birthday, Woody.
Everybody's like, who's Woody?
What's that about? That's nasty. And he replied, now and always, thank you, Tay. And then we see that, and then there were like some cuddly pictures of them all cuddled up. And then the video has come out now of them walking into the surprise party and kissing each other. So it is official.
Y'all know what I'm
Taylor
gonna ask,
and
right?
Mufasa.
What?
Who the guy?
Who the guy? Oh, he's
the
from.
fine man from Rebel Ridge, and
Yes.
he plays
Oh,
Mufasa.
Rebel
I
Ridge.
just watched that.
Yeah.
Dude, is he in any other movies?
No, he's Mufasa.
Oh, he is Mufasa in the movie Mufasa.
He's the voice. Oh, Tiana
Yeah.
Taylor is only 34. I thought she was at least 42. I really thought that. I really thought
She
that.
had her My Sweet 16 when I was like, who knows?
Wait, Tiana Taylor was in My Sweet 16?
Yeah, she had a Sweet 16. Her mom threw her the party of the year.
Is that how she became
Yes.
who she is?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, where'd she come from?
He's in Rebel Ridge, Mufasa. He's in the movie Brothers, a movie Old, The Underground Railroad, and Lanterns.
Mufasa? I ain't never seen him in Brothers.
He's also in Foe, Ingenious, The Gaze, and I ain't never
This is
seen.
quite the discography.
Oh, The Morning Show.
He was on the morning show? I didn't see him. Did you ever watch that? That's such a
No,
good show.
I didn't.
Good show. Anyhow.
Yeah, well, it's none of the movies that I feel like ever made any blockbuster hits.
No.
So that
And Rebel Ridge was horrible.
Yeah, Rebel Ridge is absolutely horrible. He was the absolute best thing in Rebel Ridge, and
He
he
the
didn't
only
have
reason
to
why I
act.
watched it.
He didn't have to act. He didn't have to talk.
No.
They didn't even have to be a volume on the TV. He
No.
could have done whatever the hell he wanted on that TV, and I
Yeah.
would have watched it. I don't care.
And then when I did hear him speak and he got the little British accent, I was like, oh, you can't have it all. Who is he? Who is he? J.I.
All right.
Who are you, James?
James
You're
Lambert.
James Lambert. Anyway, James Lambert has starter dreads in his hair now.
Oh.
I don't know none of the people y'all talking about.
You know,
But
Jane.
let's go. Yeah, next up.
You know what it is.
You know, Jane Lambert. Boston's own Donna Summer, who passed away in 2012, has a new song out.
Posthumous.
We come from the posthumous song Run was recorded in 2008 during the creation of Summer's last studio album. Boston's late disco queen Donna Summer has been honored with the posthumous release of a song she recorded 17 years ago. Songwriter Tony Gadd released Summer's single Run on Friday as part of his Piano Diaries original series. The song was recorded in 2008 as part of her final studio album Crayons, but it was never released. So look out for that. It's on all streaming platforms right now. Jesse Williams, y'all know fine Jesse Williams from Grey's Anatomy. He got canceled after Grey's Anatomy, right?
No.
Because where he been at?
No, he's been activist.
Oh, because he's an activist.
I think he's an activist. I think he might be in LA right now throwing Molotov cocktails.
So Jesse Williams' X account was hacked with offensive tweets posted about various celebrities, including Sean Diddy Combs, Drake, Nina Dobrev, Demi Lovato, and Kendall Jenner, containing inappropriate jokes about pedophilia and racism, as well as nudity. Williams, known for his role on Grey's Anatomy and recent producing credits, is not a frequent poster on X and often reposts stories from media organizations, with his representatives being contracted to comment on the hacking incident. This hacking incident is not isolated, as other celebrities like Anna Kendrick, Jessica Alba, and Noah Schnapp have also had their large official X accounts hacked in recent years. It was all kind of nudity and things was going on in the things.
Oh, but was it his nudes?
No, girl. I think he did do a nude at one point, though. There was a nude of him.
I'll look at it.
I will watch it. Lizzo, speaking of nudes, y'all girls, Lizzo is out there naked again.
She's gonna be naked. What Lizzo's gonna be? If Lizzo is not gonna do nothing, Lizzo is going to be naked.
Lizzo, the Truth Hurts singer, revealed she has reached her goal weight.
I don't know if I can show that.
I mean,
gold weight.
She's having a bikini.
Yeah, Lizzo is embracing her bikini era. The Truth Hurts singer, 37, shared a video on Instagram of herself dancing in a pink and gray string bikini in front of a backyard pool on Saturday. She also wore a black face covering as she swayed and moved to a track of herself rapping. "Black trucker poking out the window," she captioned the post, which also one of the lyrics to the song that played in the background. Lizzo is no stranger to a fun summer photo shoot. She shared a video of herself dancing and lip syncing in a yellow and blue bikini and high heels on May 24th to celebrate Memorial Day. The musician has been vocal on social media and in interviews about her weight. Somebody called her Lady Diddy.
People so wicked.
She also has reminded her followers that the ultimate goal of her weight loss was to improve her mental health. "Exercise has helped me shift my mind, not my body," she said. Later in March of 2024, interview with the New York Times, Lizzo revealed that she had been methodical with her health plan and was losing weight very slowly. She says, "I'm not going to lie and say I love my body every day. The bottom line is the way you feel about your body changes every single day. There are some days I adore my body and other days when I don't feel completely positive." But yeah, so she was in that. I think you can show it. I think you can. She showed up. She's covered up.
Risk it because we only got one YouTube right now. So.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I'm sure it's on YouTube, and everybody's seen it by now. Well, you can't play that.
Her lyrics aren't supposed to be on there. It says instrumental. But
Lizzo, that is good for you. Somebody sent it to me and was like, "Is this the video you said you was planning on making?" And I said, "That was the tequila talking." I don't even remember posting that. But anyhow.
That was you sending.
I was like, I'm about to make me one of them Lizzo videos when she did her first one.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently I posted that after several rounds of tequila.
Mm-hmm.
And so somebody sent me the video of Lizzo with her and was like, "You gonna make this? I'll be your cameraman."
Oh, that means you was thirst trapping.
I was at thirst. It was just a post. It wasn't even.
You caught the thirst.
I did. You know what was nice about this, and I am not the way. I don't
take your time.
It's not what I would. It's not what I would put on display on Instagram. But her face is amazing. Lizzo is gorgeous. Her eyes through that Pooh Shiesty was very nice. And somebody said, when your face card don't even decline through a mask, you know you've got it. And so good for Lizzo, and good. I would like Lizzo, I don't want you to do this anymore of these.
But you got to make the disclaimer that you're not into anybody doing it.
I'm not into anybody doing it. I don't want to see anybody
naked all the time. I believe that clothes are here for a reason.
Yeah.
And there are many clothes that you can wear to be sexy as well.
Yes.
I just don't want to see anybody naked across my stream all the time. No, because you know,
overkill.
I'll just say this. Lizzo probably ain't been able to have a picture like that in about 15, 20 years. Come on now.
No, but she was having pictures like that even when she was.
No, I mean at that size though. You know what I mean.
But even so, there's like Dolce or somebody like that who don't never got on clothes.
Yeah.
Even when the Met Gala, when nobody was wearing pants, I just felt like, why do you not wear any pants?
Yeah.
I feel like not wearing pants and bathing suits are for like Juve and Carnival and things like that, or
I don't want it to
Pride
become
Week
gimmicky,
or something.
Now it's like I don't want you to overdo it. You know what I mean? And Lizzo, like that first post, it was like, oh Lizzo, you go girl. Now it's like again.
Lizzo, put on some goddamn clothes. You too rich for that.
Yes, too rich for that. Trump deports TikTok's biggest star and Hugo Boss model KB Lame. And KB
He's
Lame,
self-deported, right?
He's self-deported. They allowed him to self-deport. But I remember him because people were talking about him at the Met Gala. We talked about him a lot. He was one of the better dressed men at the Met Gala. TikTok influencer KB Lame has self-deported back to his home country. The Senegalese Italian influencer is known for his comedic life hack videos on TikTok, where he has over 163 million followers. The aspiring model has also walked the runway for Hugo Boss, and he recently attended the Met Gala, and that picture is up there. KB was born in Senegal and immigrated with his family to Italy, where he was raised in public housing. The family was poor and KB worked in a factory to help out at home. There are so many Africans in the streets of Italy hustling things. Mm-hmm. It was very, very surprising for me when I was there. Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy to see. During the COVID pandemic in March of 2020.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he was fired from his factory job. He pulled out his cell phone and began recording silent videos in his bedroom. KB 25 quickly became the biggest influencer on TikTok with over 163 million viewers. He has paid $750,000. He is paid $750,000 for a single post on TikTok.
$750,000 for a single post?
For a post, yep.
That's how you do that.
In 2022, he earned over $10 million.
From friggin' TikToks for making silent videos?
Yep, KB's first purchase, because he doesn't talk in his videos.
Yeah, he doesn't talk at all.
Yep, KB's first purchase with his new foreign wealth was a house for his parents. According to Newsweek, KB arrived in the United States on April 30th and was detained by immigration officials at Harry Reid Airport in Las Vegas on June 6th for immigration violations.
What did he do?
He overstayed his visa.
So that's another thing that people don't really understand, and I think that's what is pissing off the overwhelming amount of Latino voters that voted for him. Mm-hmm. Not only is he looking for the criminals, but he is detaining people who are checking in for their legal status. Like, oh, it's my time to go check in. Let me go check in to stay in compliance. Yep. And when I get there, I'm being detained. And these are the problems that we're having, not the fact that he's out here deporting people, but if I'm complying with everything that I'm supposed to do, why the hell are you detaining me? It's crazy. Or people whose time has lapsed a little bit, they're going to find these people and instead of giving them a little bit of bly or grace to go get their papers back in order. So that's the problem.
Yeah, so they allowed him to self-deport, so he's gone. Trump plans to deport 15 to 20 million immigrants during his second term. Green card holders who have lived legally in the U.S. for decades can also be deported if they have a single conviction for a deportable crime.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
And today, Amanda Seales has been off of she's been off of Instagram for a while because of whatever. And today she came on, and I love me some Amanda Seales, but sometimes it's been like, girl, be quiet. Just a little bit. Yeah. Like she was like, Obama built the cages. Obama was the president 2 terms ago. 2 terms ago. 2 terms ago. Why are we here? Regardless of whatever Obama did, he is no longer president, neither is Biden. I need us as a collective to focus. Focus on who is in charge now.
Right.
I don't care what all the other presidents done. I don't care if they hid things. I don't care if they blue smoke in our butts. I don't care what they did. They are no longer president. We should have had that energy for them when they were president.
Right.
Now that we have a new president, even if they did something bad, does not mean he gets to come and do something worse.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Amanda Seales is very controversial.
Very.
And
that's it.
That's it.
That's it for the day.
Yeah. That is it.
We want you guys to be blessed.
Yeah.
And we want
Highly
you guys
favored.
to be great.
Yes.
And praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. It's so good to have you back, Leah.
Yes.
So good to have you back. Looking forward to the summer working with you because you've always been, a great asset to our team. So it's good to have you here. Everybody, enjoy. Go and take a nap.
That's what I'm doing.
Nap time. Get yourself something to eat. Take a nap. It's the perfect weather for that. Open your window and let the breeze blow on you.
Blow on ya.
Blow on ya.
Get up. Get on up. You guys have a great day. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. We got a special guest coming into the building, so make sure you guys keep it locked. And we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are now listening to Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present the Boston New